Taxali Gate is one of my favorite gates, full of musical instruments hanging from the bazaar tops. And I warn you, ladies, that walking through, you will get serenaded. And be prepared, because this music brings a tear to your eye. Taxali Gate is one of two gates to enter the walled city from the west. Taxali Gate had one of the biggest minting factories, minting coins, and people would hide those coins under their beds and in various places. And during the fires of partition, those coins survived the fire. So you would find actually mounds of coins all over the place left by the people who lost their homes. So that's Taxali Gate in a nutshell. But other than that, you've got the musicians, you've got the singers, you've got all kinds of art, cinema, theater. Taxali Gate definitely has everything anyone could want. Again, food lovers flock to the walled city. And inside Taxali Gate, it is no different. I found it very interesting to discover that because of the early morning setups of the merchants and shop owners in the bazaar, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And some of the famous dishes from Taxali Gate include paella and halwa puri. Pajoke paella is famous for its traditional breakfast of paellas, and people from all around the city of Lahore come here to treat themselves with this. They come on foot, and they come to eat food, because paellas are goat feet. The Aziz Theatre of Taxali Gate is another example of the prominence and richness of the arts for the Lahoris of the walled city. This is such a rare treat, and I have to admit, I'm having such a good time going through all of these gates, and I learn something new every single day. And although Pakistan is so rich in its history, and all we think about in the international community is bloody partition, empires, but actually Pakistan is really rich in the arts. So this here is the Aziz Theatre, and it was a live theater, and it was hugely popular. People would come from all over to see the live performances here, up until 1930, when cinema overtook theater. But then this place turned into a cinema house called Pakistan Talkies. So this is Pakistan Talkies that opened in 1930. And it was a cinema house. And if you look at the doors, there are sections for the first class audience at the top rotunda, and then you've got a section that would have taken people to the upper balcony. So just as we have in any cinema today. But what's so fabulous to come here and see Pakistan Talkies is looking at the film industry booming in Pakistan today. Just last year, 2018, we had the first international Pakistan Film Festival in Karachi, and Pakistan is up and coming in film. Film cinema pretty much died out because of extremism, but it is coming back, and it's becoming a huge and popular part of social culture again.
Buggy Bazaar is where the streets are lined with impressive and beautifully decorated horse-drawn buggies.
So despite what you hear, all the rumors about arranged marriages in Pakistan and South Asia and oppression of women, you might be surprised to find that Pakistani men are true romantics at heart. And when a Pakistani man marries a woman, he can take her here, walaikum salam, he can take her here on their wedding night, be drawn by a horse and buggy, and the horses are even white. And this is the Buggy Bazaar. Wow, and how romantic is this? And there are the two bright white horses feeding on their grain. But imagine being a woman on her wedding night, being taken through the old city of Lahore in this buggy. I've just come across this young man who can play the dole. And I've asked him to play a song for us. So, play a song for me, please.
Sir Ganga Ram was known for building his house here within Taxali Gate. As well, he built the General Post Office of Lahore, the Lahore Museum, and the famous Atchison College, just to name a few. Sir Ganga Ram lived here many years during the times of British India.
Here in Taxali Gate, I'm standing in front of the house of Sir Ganga Ram. Sir Ganga Ram was a very interesting man. He was an architect, he was an engineer, and he lived his entire life inside of Taxali Gate. Unfortunately, we can't go in there, but in his life as an architect, he built Atchison College, Lahore Museum, and the post office. And that's just a few examples of the stuff he did in his lifetime. But you can see this beautiful, beautiful door, and unfortunately, that's as close to Sir Ganga Ram that we're gonna get.
As Taxali Gate is well known for artists and singers, which still remains true today, the Queen of Melody, Malika Taranum Noor Jahan, lived right here inside Taxali Gate, and she's as famous today as she was during her time.
Inside Taxali Gate is the decadent home of the famous singer Noor Jahan. Noor Jahan lived here in the 20s, and she was an influential singer who was prolific in Hindustan. And she also sang during the time of British India, and her life and career spanned into the time of Pakistan. And Taxali Gate is actually known for some of the best musicians and singers in all of Pakistan. But certainly Noor Jahan was the most influential of them all.
Longo Mandi Bazaar is the market of musical instruments. This market, situated alongside Shahahi Mohalla inside Taxali Gate, and before partition, most of these shops belonged to the Hindu community. Today, there are 100 shops inside Longo Mandi Bazaar.
Like I said, Taxali Gate, very well known for musicians. I'm already being serenaded by drummers. So, this drum is tabla?
Tabla.
Oh, right. And you're making it?
I'm making it.
Oh,
yes.
Can I see that?
Hard worker. leather ko, leather skin.
Oh, leather. That's amazing. And the stone, can I see this? The stone, show me the stone. And this is for? And which? What does it do? Show me. Can I try it?
7 tone. 1 finger. Finger.
Did it? I don't know. I don't know if I can do that. That's harder than it looks. Wow. That's amazing. So can you play a song? Play a song? And do you make these guitars?
Drum.
Yeah. And the guitars? That is actually really hard. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Tell them to dance. Thank you so much, Shukriya. Wow, there's more musician stuff. Taxali Gate really is a place of musicians. There's all kinds of instruments hanging all over the gate. Tabla? Tabla? Is it tabla? A tabla?
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम हम बाहर से आए हुए अपने मेहमानों को दिल की अता गहराइयों से खुशामदीद कहते हैं और मुल्क पाकिस्तान में तशरीफ़ लाने पर हम इनका खैर मकदम करते हैं। मैं आपको एक हमद सुनाता हूँ। मेरा सच्चा साईं तू है मौला मेरा, तू ही मेरा मौला साईं, मैं तेरा बंदा, तू ही मेरा मौला साईं, तू ही मेरा मौला साईं। मेरा सच्चा साईं तू है मौला मेरा, मेरा तू ही मौला साईं, मैं तेरा बंदा, तू ही मेरा मौला साईं, तू ही मेरा मौला साईं। गुम चरकड़ा चरकड़ा गुम चरकड़ा साईयां दा मेरी कत्तन वाली जीवे, कत्तन वाली जीवे, कत्तन वाली जीवे, लड़ियां बट्टन वाली जीवे। गुम चरकड़ा चरकड़ा गुम चरकड़ा साईयां दा मेरी कत्तन वाली जीवे।
Thank you so much.
Thank you जी, बहुत शुक्रिया। Thank you, thank you.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
Today, the Hero Mandi has become a very trendy yet political statement of the modern day in Lahore. I was lucky enough to be taken through Umar Hussain and taste the incredibly delicious local cuisines and one of the most breathtaking, profound views of Badshi Mosque.
Try this one. The name of this drink is Kala Khatta and this is Jhule Lal.
Jhule Lal.
Jhule Lal.
Can I ask you, when you come up with a drink, does it have to have 5 or 6 syllables, or can it just be Coke?
No,
like we do in the West?
We just love putting in
the poetry
the second
of
name,
your background.
the last name, and the middle name.
So the Westerners will never master it.
Yeah.
That's why no one speaks Urdu.
More barriers, more barriers. Yeah.
More of the locks that
more
you
of
see.
the locks, yeah.
Okay, and this one's called?
Jhule Lal.
Jhule Lal.
Yeah.
Jhule Lal.
So Jhule Lal
I like that.
is
That's
something
pretty.
like very Sufi.
Mmm. I love this.
Yeah.
Okay, and is this mint on the top?
Yeah.
Okay. Can't really get credit.
It has mixed spices in it, a bit of spices.
I really love this.
You love it?
Is this your restaurant's?
This is.
It's
yeah.
not traditional to like
It's not.
walled
It's
city.
fusion.
It's yours.
It's mine. It's
This
my
is
mine.
the new. This is modern Pakistan right
Yes.
here. in this drink.
Yep.
Old spices.
Old spices
roses,
mixed with the
mint,
new Western stuff.
with this
Exactly.
cool, like, awesome place.
Thank you so much.
That's amazing. So that's yours.
That's mine.
Okay. Buggy Bazaar inside of Taxali Gate dates back to the Mughal period and was named after Shahzada Salim, whose nickname was Sheku. This market is renowned for leather kusas and kolhapuri chappals. Kusas and kolhapuri chappals are being exported to neighboring countries as well. In this bazaar, there are 120 shops.
So come on, thank you so much for meeting with me again.
Well,
Gate 3, Taxali Gate. What I found so interesting about this gate is that it's all music and artists and performing artists. What makes the congregation of one thing happen in one gate and spices only in the other gate? And how did that happen? How did Taxali become so specifically artistic?
I think different kinds of lifestyles, they determined certain gates. It's very interesting, but that's how it all evolved. And
When
while
you say lifestyle, and I think about Taxali, a lot of things come to mind.
So Taxali derives its name from Taxal, which means a mint. The Mughals, they started minting their currency and established a mint over here. So the Taxal is gone, but that area, that still has musical instruments, manufacturing of these instruments, tabla.
Yeah, I saw them making a drum.
Harmonium,
Things
tabla,
hanging from...
they're all hanging in their shops, and they're, but a lot of their old places have now been taken over by Kusa market, which means traditional slippers or shoes. So that has replaced that. And but it's good to see the musical instruments still surviving. And
As I really loved, I mean, I love film, was the talkies and the Aziz Theatre.
That's right.
And so tell me about the history of cinema in the walled.
Yeah.
Actually, I'd love to hear about theatre, live theatre, and then that transition into cinema.
I think the art
Because it sort of died out.
Was most concentrated in Taxali area of the walled city. And cinemas like this place called, it was earlier called the Aziz Cinema. Lahore, then it turned into
The talkies or
Lahore
Pakistan
talkies
yes.
after Pakistan was made. It was probably the first cinema hall in Punjab or in Lahore.
I just picture, given the Mondis and Hira Mondi at the Diamond, and then the singers, and then the cinema and the theatre, that place, it must have been bustling back in the day.
Absolutely.
Like, it was the place to be, wasn't it? Am I wrong? Or was it?
Absolutely right. Even despite that it has degenerated or gone little, diluted in many ways, but till even today, if you go there at 2 o'clock in the night, at 3 o'clock, I know many Western cities which die away by 8 o'clock in the evening.
Oxford, for example.
But you go to Taxali, you go to the walled city, Old Lahore, and people are bustling and eating and laughing. And
So if I were to picture Montmartre or in Paris,
or Moulin Rouge. Am I close to what
Yeah,
it
I
looks
think
like
so.
of Asia?
Yeah, but in good old times, not today as much, but in those times, yes. And but the traces are there.
Well, Kamran, thank you once again, and I look forward to the Lahore Gate for our next journey and episode. Thank you. So I'll
Thank
see you very soon then.
Well,
Okay.
Goodbye.
Appreciate it again.
Okay.
Pleasure. Thank you so
you.
much. Thank you so much. In Taxali Gate, there is an Ahatab Kali Bari, where once a Mandir Mai Kali Bari exists. These days, this mandir is in ruins, but inside of it is a small Imam Barga, which is still functioning. Pir Nugaza tomb. Between the Hiramandi Chowk and Paniwala Talab, there is the tomb of Hazrat Nugaza Pir. It is said that the height of this saint was near 9 yards, which is why he is called Pir Nugaza. However, his grave is not so lengthy, and nobody knows the truth really about how tall he was. The oldest Presbyterian church is located near the famous food points. This was built during British Raj and is still functioning. The place also gives the best picture of religious harmony inside the walled city. The Gurdwara Mosque and the church are located right in the same center. And as I leave Taxali Gate, I feel I can hear the buzz of the theater goers at the Aziz Theater, the turn of the 19th century, that haunting and beautiful sound that takes you back in time. As you sit on one of the old horse-drawn buggies of Taxali Gate, you have a picture of life within the walled city. Today, those buggies are still there waiting for us to be drawn by their white horses and ride through the history of the old streets of Lahore, as many have done before me. And I imagine generations to come in front of me will be riding on these very buggies straight into the futures here of Pakistan.